Welcome to Her Beauty Regimen with Chanel, where we celebrate beauty, wellness, and the personal journeys of inspiring women and beauty founders. Join us as we dive into authentic conversations that highlight the beauty in every story. Hello, and welcome to Her Beauty Regimen with Chanel. I am your host. I'm really excited about today's podcast episode. We have a very special guest, Miss Jade. Jade is a content creator who shares her journey through post-grad life, focusing on career, beauty, and lifestyle content. Her natural hair journey began in high school when she decided to move away from her monthly silk presses that were damaging her hair. Since then, Jade has embraced her curls and learned how to care for them, especially after coloring her hair. She continues to explore new styles and techniques to maintain healthy hair while fully embracing her natural texture and encouraging others to do the same. I'm going to bring up Jade, and I'm really excited about this conversation. So Her Beauty Regimen did a book right before we launched our marketplace called the Love Your Hair Lookbook. And you can actually get that book on Amazon right now. And she's one of our featured influencers. So I'm really excited to have her have this conversation. So I'm going to bring her up. All right. Hey, Jade, how are you?
Hi, thank you so much for having me, Chanel. I'm so glad to be here. This is my first podcast, so thank you.
Oh, wow. Well, I am honored that we get to be a first for you, but we're just going to go ahead and jump right on in to just some of the questions that I have for you. Is that okay?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, cool. So you have a platform centered around beauty and post-grad life. Tell us a little bit about what inspired you to create this type of content.
For me, I really started off my freshman year of college. So I've been doing this for maybe 5 years now. And what made me do it is because was always watching YouTube. I've been a YouTube girly since can't even remember, since the girlies were doing Get Ready With Me for School, how to do different hairstyles. And I was watching all these creators, but a lot of them didn't look like me. And I was like, I can do this. I want to do this. I want to share my story as a Black woman, a Black girl. So that's kind of what got me into that. Coming into college, COVID was happening. So at that point, I was like, this is the perfect opportunity. I'm in the house all the time. I have time to create content. I have my phone, which was my camera at the time. So I really just wanted to share my story and do what I was seeing other people doing, because I knew like I can do this too. And I just was tired of watching from the sidelines, and I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to document my life, how everyone else was documenting their life and seeing their progressions and journeys along the way. And I just wanted to like have that same experience, but also share and help people in my new journeys, going to college now at Howard University. So that was kind of like the whole start for that.
Okay. Oh man, you went to school during COVID? Oh gosh. Me and my husband were talking about how we just felt sorry for the COVID college kids, man. Oh my gosh, I can only imagine what that was like. I had a COVID baby, but COVID college kids, do you feel like you missed out on any of the college experience because of COVID? I feel like you did.
Yes, I feel like I definitely missed out on those freshman year experiences, those freshman year organizations, clubs that are only geared towards freshmen. But when I came in my sophomore year, like I really hit the ground running and used like all of my time. So I feel like that did help me in terms of like not having that experience. It made me be more proactive in like the connections I was making, going out, making sure I'm networking, meeting new people, getting as much out of the college experience as possible. I was on the dance line for the band. So like I did feel that, but by the time graduation happened, I was like, 3 years on campus was enough for me. I'm ready to go. Like I didn't need that extra year. I felt like I did everything I needed to do, and it was time to go. It was time to graduate. So all in all, it worked out perfectly.
Okay, so that's good. I'm glad that you definitely hit the ground running, because I'm thinking about all the stuff I did in college. Jesus, COVID would have been a drop. we had no regard for personal space or anything. I feel like this generation of kids now, we're a lot more health conscious. Like if somebody sneeze, you might move, we may not be sharing drinks and passing around the same. Don't give me some reminiscing. I went to Clark Atlanta University and I just remember the
Yeah,
shenanigans we had.
times, great times.
Great times. Okay, so I guess my next question for you is, what does beauty mean to you personally, and has that definition evolved over time?
I would definitely say it has evolved over time, but at the same time, no, not at the same, like, it hasn't. Like, it's still the same sense to me. Growing up, my parents always instilled in me, like, you're beautiful no matter what, no matter how you look, appear. So that was always like a confidence booster for me. Just being able to walk into a room and know that I'm being supported back at home, and that whatever room I walk in, I'm a diva. Like my parents used to call me Diva Jade. So that has always been like a big thing for me, and like how I present myself and how I show up for myself in the world. And I do believe a lot of times beauty standards have been changing, and just with like the different models that we see, like in the beginning, a lot of times you have to be this perfect person. You have to be look perfect, skin perfect, body perfect. But now I feel like we're embracing a lot more of our uniqueness. And that is just so like amazing to me, especially being a Black woman who has different things going on at all times, whether it be acne. When I was younger, I struggled with acne, but now looking back on it, I'm like, girl, please, those two little bumps, you was good, girl. You're beautiful. But back then it was like this big thing, and I'm like, oh, what's going on with me? But these are all things that we go through. Whether it be that, whether it be me dealing with like weight and how I want to be bigger or skinnier, this, that, and the third, but just always embracing and loving yourself. Because when I look back, I'm always like, you looked fine. And now you're saying like 10 years later, I'll be looking back now, like you looked fine. You looked fine. So always just embracing who I am at all moments and times, regardless of what the beauty standards might be, if BBLs are in, if skinny petite is in, like just embracing who God has made me and put out into the world, because God only creates beautiful things. So yeah.
Oh, that's so good. You said so much when you talked about, okay, I gotta start. So the first thing I want to talk through is your parents calling you beautiful. And I'm so glad to hear that, because I have 2 daughters and 2 sons, and they're young now. But baby, listen, every day I'm telling my kids how fine they look. I'm telling my daughters, I'm like, oh, you so pretty. Oh, you so beautiful. Oh, you look so good. I be telling my sons, oh, you so handsome. Oh, I love your eyes. Your eyes are so nice. Oh, I just love your smile. I do that so much. And of course, I feel that way because they're my kids and my kids are cute. However, one of the reasons that I do that is because I felt like I didn't get that. And so I actually grew up thinking that I was unattractive and that I was not a pretty woman. And it wasn't until I think I got to college and guys were like really trying to talk to me, and they was telling me I look good. I was so confused. I was like, I do. And it was because I didn't get that affirmation at home. And it's not anything to my mom or my dad. That just wasn't the status quo back then to be put, there wasn't social media back then like there is now. So we didn't need that constant affirmation. And so I wanted my daughters especially to not be getting so hung up by some dude talking about they look good, because they know they look good. I be asking my daughter all the time, my oldest is 11, I'll be like, do you think you're pretty? She was like, yeah. So I wanted to say something about that. Did you want to say something on that?
I love that. I think that is just so important. And especially when you have that validation already starting off, you don't look for that validation from others, because you're getting that from the people who actually care about you, and like your mother, your parent. And I even like try to make that a thing now with my siblings. Being the oldest, I have a younger sister who is like my best friend, and she's 12 years old. So like I'm always telling her, like, your natural hair is beautiful. I love your curls, because a lot of the times when I was younger, my hair, to my mom, my hair wasn't done unless it was pressed out. If your hair
Mhm.
is curly, it's not done. I know a lot of times in my parents' generation, like perms were a thing. My mom got perms. So I do feel like I wasn't able to experiment with my hair and do different things with my curls until I got to high school, when I was seeing more of the my black community and girls doing braids, doing curly styles. But by that time, I was trying to revert all the heat damage that I had. So right now, I really take the time with my sister and tell her, like, I love your curls. She has a different curl texture than me, so it's like 4C, a little bit like those tighter curls. So a lot of times I see her getting down on herself about that. And I know my mom, she's like, okay, let's get this together. Let's straighten it out. Let's do this. Let's put something in it,
Mhm.
because that's just what she's used to. Not that it's bad or anything. That's just what she grew up knowing and being a part of, that straight pressed look that all the girlies had in the 90s and everything. So I just think that's important to like nurture and tell younger girls, younger, just the generation, that they look beautiful in whatever style they want to do, however they want to look. You look good.
That's good. Yes. And with all four of my children, every last one of them has a different hair texture. And so that's something else that I do. Now, you said something else that I wanted to talk about. Oh my goodness. You said that your family always told you you were beautiful. It was something else that you said. Oh gosh, it got to come back to me because I want to, no, come back. I should have wrote it down. But do you remember what else you said?
I talked about everyone calling me Diva J, how I kind of like transitioned into my hair
Oh,
in high
I
school.
remember. I remember. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. Beauty standards evolving. Oh my goodness. I have to talk about this because let me tell you how when I had my first child, I was slathering my whole body up with body oil and cocoa butter and trying to take a microscope and look and see if I got a stretch mark. I did not want any stretch marks. And I'm over here researching, can you get stretch mark removal surgery and all this other stuff? Like I was so obsessed. My husband used to get so mad at me. I was so obsessed with not getting stretch marks, right? And now I think I like my tiger marks on the side of my hips, right? It shows like that I carried life. I'm
Yeah.
not worried about I was very fortunate that my stretch marks they have different degrees of stretch marks, but I didn't want nothing. I wanted smooth. I thought your skin was supposed to be smooth, and you were blessed if you didn't have not now residue of having a child. So I have a little bit of stretch marks on my stomach. Shout out to my last child. His head was so big, he stretched me out. I have loose skin from having my first child. I mean, my fourth. My fourth child gave me my loose skin. My third child gave me diastasis recti, which was my abs are separated, so it makes my stomach poke out just a little bit. And so I have a little bit of a poke out stomach and loose skin, and that came from having children. But like nobody cares. Like nobody cares. I love that the girlies are wearing their crop tops regardless.
Yes, yes, I love that, and that's definitely, I do want to, have kids in the future. So that is always something that I think about as well. So I definitely get where you're coming from, and like I love hearing your story, because that has definitely been something on my mind, as like someone who does want to build a family in the future, and
I'm
all
telling you,
those
men
things.
do not care. Like seriously, like they really do not care. Now, of course, you want to keep yourself looking nice. I work out. I'm in the gym, so I make sure that I'm to my standards. But stretch marks, they don't care. I actually think that they look nice now. Like my whole mindset has changed concerning body image and what it looks like. And I'm very happy that we are all embracing our natural bodies. Now we do see, we see the BBL crew. I actually think that's fading now. I think folks so sick of that. I think people are like, this is ridiculous. I live in Atlanta, and I'm gonna say 1 in 4 women got a BBL here.
I'm shocked actually, but I do definitely see like a lot of women are taking it out. Like even the person who kind of like started the whole BBL thing nationally, Kim Kardashian, I know she's taking some of her stuff out. Black China took a lot of her things out. Like, so I think it's just like not being so quick to think you have to change something, because a lot of times you'll go back, like I said, in 10 years and be like, I was fine. Let me get this out. But at this point, you just had a whole like life-threatening surgery to get it put in and then get it put out. So it's just a lot to think about.
Yeah, I'm very happy at the natural movement that is starting. And I pray that women will stop destroying their bodies and getting surgery to look not even like a real woman. I read something, this is a little bit controversial, but I saw a social media post about the trend of BBLs and the way women were looking, what came from trans women. In an effort to appear more feminine, they got modifications. And so they kind of shaped what ended up being trendy. And I said, oh my goodness, when you think about it, is that not true? And so there's nothing wrong with a trans woman expressing herself that way, but still, like, you have to think about what was the origin. So
it's very interesting. I actually didn't even know that.
Yeah, I just found that out too when they started showing back. And, like, think about if you've ever looked at anything from the 90s. Like, there's this thing, I was a kid in the 90s. So they'll say, oh, they were 90s fine. And you go back and look at 90s fine, even a man, I'm like, my God, there was some beautiful, natural looking men and women that didn't have surgery. They weren't getting lip fillers and cheek fillers and all the stuff that we're getting now. And listen, y'all, listen to me, baby, listen to me. I'm not saying that I would not get stretched or, a face. I'm not saying that I'm against it, but I do think first you got to start with loving yourself and finding your own self beautiful, because you can, I think, develop mental illness and take it too far.
Yeah, for sure. I think definitely trends go in and out, like even just lips and everything. Like now everyone wants the big lips, but back then Black women with big lips, big noses, big features, it's like you look like this, you look like that, you look crazy. But now it's a popular thing. So I don't know.
I'm telling you, Jade, all the things, one of the reasons why I grew up not feeling beautiful was because all of the things that people love about me now, I got teased for. So I got teased for my lips. I have a beauty mark on my lip, on my lip. And they was like, "Ooh, you got a booger on your lip." They used to call it, it's like right here. They say, "Oh, you got a booger lip." And I was like, I thought it was pretty. Or they would say like, "Ooh, you Black, you got a white person nose." And I'm like, what's my nose supposed to look like? Oh, you got big eyes. Or thick eyebrows, right? Because that in the 90s, when I was a kid, in the 2000s, I remember I shaved in the 2000s, I shaved all my eyebrows off and drew them. And I have really naturally thick eyebrows. I put them a little pencil line because they was kind of my eyebrows bushy. Now they making their eyebrows bushy. Like, I'm like, what is now?
Lamination.
I'm like, okay, now. So I just had to hold on. My time for beauty was coming. It was coming.
Yes, I love it. And the time is now, and the time is always, honestly. Like a lot of times, like I said, the supermodels nowadays aren't those cookie cutter women. They're women who are unique, men who are unique and who have these unique features that no one else has. So I think it's really important and really good that we're starting to now like embrace our uniqueness.
Exactly. Well, I have one last question for you, and this has been a great conversation. I could talk about this all the time. I'm telling you, women, we only look good for other women because the men don't care. I'm just gonna put that out there. If you are someone who's a woman attracted to a man, they don't care. They just like, as long as you look good to them, they will take you in any package. You hear me? But anyways, let me ask you this one last question. So what are your top go-to beauty products or rituals that make you feel beautiful? What do you do?
For me, I'm a really big like bath person. I love taking baths, especially now that I'm starting to like work out a little bit more. My body is like always sore. So I love taking a bath, lighting a candle, putting on like a show or YouTube. Like I said, YouTube is my favorite thing. That's my TV. So I'll watch something like that, get in the bath, turn on some music or something like that. So that's really something that I love to do at least once a week. That's like my self-care downtime ritual. And then in terms of products, being that I dye my hair a lot, I really use Olaplex a lot. I know they had that whole little thing where it was a lot going on, but I have had really good experiences with it. And I feel like it keeps my curls intact, even with me dyeing my hair. A lot of the times, like natural girlies, a lot of times we're kind of scared to do these different things because we don't want to ruin our curls, and our curls can easily get messed up, easily straightening it, dyeing it, things of that sort. But I just feel like this is the time for me to express myself and my creativity. So I do like dyeing my hair, and Olaplex has kept my hair good and curls intact for the most part, unless I'm like always, I feel like me straightening my hair has messed up my hair more than me dyeing it. Olaplex has really been very, very good for that. So that's like my holy grail hair product. And then in terms of like skincare, my holy grail right now is eye patches. I love those. They're cute. So I like wearing them because they're cute, but they also help out with like eyes and everything. Because I'm on the path where like I'm putting in a lot of work, keeping my head down, putting in a lot of time, whether that be long hours. So I need those eye patches to make sure I'm waking up looking like I wasn't just up till 2 a.m.
Okay, I can get with that, and I'm a straight natural as well. So I wear my hair straight all the time. I do not wear my curls. I used to be in the natural hair movement, child, back when it was power to the curls. But now I'm so indifferent. I'm like, I'm okay with being a straight natural because I like wearing my natural hair, but you don't know what you're going to get from it. You don't know if you're going to get curly, straight, braids. And that's one thing I love about Black woman in her beauty. So as we come to a conclusion, is there anything you want to share and with anyone, any final words? And then also, how can people connect with you?
Yes, well, thank you again so much for having me on your podcast today. I really enjoyed our conversation. To all of the beauty lovers, the women out there listening, young women, I just want to tell you all to just keep on going, keep on following your passions. You're beautiful, you're innovative, you're creative, you're everything that you wish to be. Your 10-year-old self is proud of the woman that you are today. So just continue to be on that path, and God will lead you in the exact place that you're supposed to be in. So that is something that I wanted to end this off by saying. But lastly, you all can follow me on all my socials. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest. All of my handles are Jade_Nadari, Nadaree. So you can find me on all those platforms and just continue to go along this journey with me. And I hope that it is an inspiring journey.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Jay, for this conversation. And listen, if you guys haven't checked out herbeautyregimen.com, we have tons of products for your hair, your skin, your nails, your bath, and your body. And I'm sure you will find something that you love. So head over to herbeautyregimen.com. Well, that concludes Her Beauty Regimen with Chanel. Thank you so much, Jade, for taking the time to speak with us. And we'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for joining me for today's episode of Her Beauty Regimen with Chanel. I hope you felt seen, inspired, and reminded that beauty is so much more than what we wear. It's how we care for ourselves and show up in the world. If you loved what you heard, here's how you can stay connected. Subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube at HBR Brand for daily beauty, wellness, and founder stories. Share this episode with a friend or fellow beauty lover who needs to hear this. And if you're ready to explore indie beauty products and brands that put care first, visit us at herbeautyregimen.com. Until next time, stay well, stay radiant, and keep showing up as your whole self.